It marks 1 year since the worst oil spill in U.S. history. More than 200 million gallons of oil flowed into the Gulf of Mexico following the explosion on the Deepwater Horizon. 11 men died. Oil gushed into the Gulf for nearly 3 months, closing fishing efforts. Well, tonight, the seafood industry is still struggling. Here locally, there is a positive outlook on seafood supply. Louisiana natives say that this summer looks a whole lot brighter for the Gulf than it did a year ago. 2 News reporter Brianne Palmerini joins us live in South Tulsa with reaction. Brianne?
Well, this locally owned restaurant, Hebert's, imports most of its seafood straight from the Gulf, like oyster, shrimp, and crab. And the owner says he intends to keep it that way. Since the spill, the demand hasn't gone down for Cajun dishes here at Hebert's Specialty Meats.
The po' boys are incredible. Love the crawfish, the shrimp, the oyster.
The owner, Cajun Ed Richard, says when the spill happened, he had fears he would have to change up the menu, possibly offering less seafood.
At the beginning, we were kind of worried that, there's not going to be any more. What are we going to do? And the prices went up, supplies dropped, because people were buying up large quantities. There you go, ready to eat.
They haven't had to raise prices here yet, but seafood continues to cost more than it did before the spill. A year later, recovery is considered a mixed bag. The beaches look clean, but the oil is still in some of the marshes.
They're still talking 4 and 5 years from now what kind of effects that the seafood, that the oil has on the seafood, and we just don't know. We just kind of keep going from month to month and season to season.
So far, the supply is still strong, and the seafood coming in from the coast is still safe to eat.
As you can see, they're beautiful, they're orange, and they're just like they've always been, so there's not a whole lot of difference to us is what we're seeing, and we're pretty confident now that it's been a year, and it's going to stay that way, we hope.
Now, Cajun Ed says, ironically, it won't be the oil spill that would cause him to raise prices. It would be the rising cost of fuel, but he has no plans to do that yet. Live in South Tulsa, Brianne Palmerini, 2 News works for you.
Good to see the outlook is looking good. All right, Brianne, thanks. And along the Gulf Coast, seafood industry leaders say that the biggest challenge since the spill has been changing the perception of customers, convincing them that the seafood is safe to eat.